Hey everybody, welcome to TJ's Wrestling Rants. Some of you may know me from YouTube already because I do have another channel, um, as I'm a very proud juggalo, but I'm also a very big wrestling fan, and understand, that a lot of people, they either are into things and they're not, and I would like to get into doing the wrestling rants and that because I have already enjoyed doing them many times, and I thought it would be best if I start my own channel. So here we have TJ's Wrestling Rants 16, and for anyone who's going 16, why? That would be my lucky number. That's just what I always do. So and I'm putting this to my brother's White Boys video because it'll help me get a few more views and is maybe help get my name out there a little bit for the wrestling stuff. I'm not one of these people that you can expect softcore, tame, bullshit reviews from, and I'm not dissing anyone out there. But with me, it's always a straight up, honest opinion of what I think's going on, and usually, plenty of cursing, because I believe in saying what you believe and believing what you say. Okay, so off to WWE Raw and my thoughts and opinions on this Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan shit. And to me, it is shit. Um, with the way last week's Raw ended, I was really happy because you could see it in the crowd, you could see everything that it just had all that excitement that Raw's been missing lately. The shows have been so lame, and you know, um, just and I am a John Cena fan. A lot of people go, "Oh, fuck you," I'm not a fan of what's going on with John Cena right now. I think it's lame. I think it sucks, and I think he needs to lose the belt. Um, it's about time for somebody else to get into the main event, and for other guys to have the spot. John Cena can have just as much of an impact on the show and help out and be, a big star without having that belt. Because it seems to me that the belts lost all purpose. The belts are nothing more than mere gimmicks right now, and there needs to be some prestige brought back to them. Um, and yeah. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed the way Raw ended last week. Cena getting beat down, the whole everything getting torn apart, the ring torn apart, the announcers beat up, and this is what brings me to Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan. Big fan of his, big fan, and I've seen some of his ROH stuff, and he's not the biggest guy, but he's got all the technical skills. He's a very good wrestler, and he's what we need. We don't have enough guys like him because the WWE is on pure entertainment. Um, I watch all wrestling. I think the WWE is a far superior product to TNA. And I agree with Wrestling Jesus, something that he said. It's like you watch TNA, you see it in the small building, and everything just doesn't seem as grand. But then when you watch WE, it's this big spectacle, and you know, um, TNA has blood, TNA has wrestling, but TNA lacks a lot of things. But we're not going to talk about TNA right now. I'll get into TNA later. Um, but what's been really missing from the WWE also, the crowd is so lame. And last week and this week, the crowd was into it. At the end of Raw last week, you saw people standing there like, what the fuck just happened? You ain't seen that in a long fucking time. And I mean, I watch wrestling because I could care less lately. If I miss the show, I'll just go up on Justin TV and catch a stream of it, or go to the website or find out what happened. And if there's anything cool enough, I'll go hit up a stream or download the shit and check it out. But tonight I made sure I watched Raw, because I wanted to see what was going to happen. And I was also hoping, and I'm still hoping, that if Bryan Danielson isn't fired, that I was hoping that they wouldn't bring him back tonight, but I was also hoping they would bring him back tonight because I'm really pissed off about it. He's a great wrestler, and he's just, he's a guy that the WWE needs, but it just seems that the WWE doesn't give a fuck about that. They just seem to only want fucking guys that have the entertainment value to them, as to wrestling skills. And I mean, I'm a fucking wrestling fan. You know, sure I like the Rock's antics, and sure when they were letting Cena rip people up on the mic, excuse me, before they made him fucking PG, I was a fan of his. And you know, I mean, that's not John Cena's fault, but his character is very lame, it's very stale, and it's very fucking gay. Um, you know, and I think if they're gonna fire fucking Daniel Brian Danielson for you know, choking a guy out with a tie when at the last pay-per-view Batista tries to run fucking John Cena over with a car, you know, what kind of bullshit is that? And you know, whether or not Linda McMahon is running for fucking Congress or not, you know, I was talking to my homeboy White Boy about that, and he said he actually figured, you know, if they're trying to get WWE fans and whatnot to vote, he actually figures it's going to be the counter. Because I mean, all the fans of WWE are mostly kids now. Like the diehard fans are mostly kids. I mean, and if they're trying to attract voters and get the fans in there to do that, I mean, they need the adults to do that, right? So I mean, it kind of works on both levels. I understand you don't want to be putting out a huge product that's, you know, but this PG shit is lame. So that's where this week's Raw and everything, last week's Raw, the way it ended was awesome. And then you hear, you know, a guy was fired for choking a guy with a tie. Like, what the fuck is that? You know, especially one of the best wrestlers that they could have had in a long fucking time. It's just, it fucking baffles me. You know, somebody in the WWE needs to get shit kicked, literally. Um, you know, I want wrestling. Fuck sports entertainment. I want wrestling. So Raw comes on the air tonight, and Wade Barrett's in the ring, and you know they're talking about an apology, and they all say, "Hell no, we're not sorry for it." Bret Hart comes out and tells Wade Barrett, you know, "You're fired. You know, no contract, no nothing. See ya. Get the fuck out of the ring, or I will call the police and have you charged." So you know the guys leave, and you know, show goes on. First match, really good. I thought it was really great. Was disappointed that the Miz got the title back. I know there's a lot of Miz fans out there, but I don't like Miz at all. He's, you know, he's just another MTV star to me. You know, he's come a long way since he's come on. I mean, I don't like Miz. It's a personal thing. I was hoping John Morrison would have won because I'm just waiting for them to give him the push he deserves. You know, maybe they'll put him into the heavyweight. I don't know, but John Morrison, he's got a lot of skills, and they should push him. And but you know, they give it to the Miz. But the match was really good, I thought. And you know, and Raw went on, and I thought it was pretty decent, you know. And then it came to John Cena coming out into the ring and telling all the NXT guys, I know you're not here, but you know you're probably watching, and I'm telling you, I want you to, you know, come down to the ring and we'll settle this, and don't worry about it. I won't charge you. I won't lay charges against you for it, right? So, sorry. So, the NXT guys come out, and as they come out, the WWE guys come out, and big scrap breaks off. All the NXT guys go running to the back, and the funny part of that was Mark Henry looking like he was gonna fucking die chasing them. Um, but you know, so show goes on, and at the main event, Bret Hart got everyone to come out to the stage and stand on there to make sure nothing popped off. And you know, main event's going on. Randy Orton and John Cena versus Jesus Christ, sorry, my memory's going here. Versus freaking Sheamus and Edge, and you know they're going on fighting, and all of a sudden, which I have to say, the match was okay. It wasn't great, but it was decent. You know, lights go black, and next thing you know, goes to backstage. NXT guys coming in, and they're trashing everything. Next thing you know, they grab Bret Hart, they drag him off, they put him in the car. Car goes crashing around the parking lot, hitting cars and everything, and then you know they pull Bret Hart out, and I guess you know he's roughed up due to being tossed around the inside of the car or whatever. I thought the storyline, you know, I thought it was pretty good, but kind of lame at the same time. But still more exciting than it's definitely been for a long time. And then they pull them out and they're like, we'll give you till Sunday to give us those damn contracts or else. You know, I was really hoping Daniel Bryan was going to step out of that car, right? You know, I was really hoping, but he didn't. So there's my thoughts and opinions on my first wrestling rant or review or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I am very pissed off about this whole Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan thing, and I think if the WWE fired him, I know their WWE has proved without a shadow they're retarded, but if they fucking fired him over choking someone with a tie, seriously, get the fuck out of here. For all the steroids and drug use and all the fucking junkies, Anyways, peace, y'all.